So, expanding brackets, section 1.2, and really there is not a lot to say here. I'll point out a couple of things in the examples, but it is just a case of the expanding that we're used to, okay? So, for example, this first one, and I'm sure you're used to this, or I sort of hope you're used to this from GCSE, but it works like this. Everything in the first bracket times everything in the second bracket. So x times x squared, x times 2, 5 times x, 5 times 2, and that's x squared. The 2x and the 5x go together to make 7x. Sorry, 5 times 2 isn't 7, 5 times 2 is 10, there we go. So, straightforward example there. That's true for in example B when we don't have a nice quadratic, we don't have everything just as x's or numbers, but that's all right. X times x squared is x cubed, x times 1 is x, this times this, remember this is a minus 2y, so that's minus 2y x squared, and minus 2y times 1 is minus 2y. Now there's not much we can do with that to make it look any nicer, so I think we just leave it as that, 4 terms, okay? C I will do briefly because everybody at some point in their lives makes this mistake. X minus y squared means x minus y times x minus y, okay? So write it out as a double set of brackets and then expand it, and you'll find it's x squared minus 2xy minus y squared, plus y squared, okay? So just watch out for that one. If you've got a bracket with a squared outside the bracket, it's the bracket times by itself. My strong advice is write it out as a double bracket until that's absolute second nature, okay? If there's even the slightest bit of doubt, write it out as a double bracket. Example 5, not a lot to add here. This is x times 2x plus 3 times x minus 7. So you could do it the way they've done in the book and do the x times the 2x plus 3 first of all, and then times the double brackets together, or you can times the double brackets together and then times by the x. If there's 3 terms in one of the brackets, just remember, the straightforward rule, everything in the first bracket times everything in the second bracket, okay? And here, of course, we've got 3 brackets, so pick 2 to multiply together and then multiply by the third, or multiply by the second 2 and then multiply by the first one. Everything in the first bracket times everything in the second bracket. You can't multiply together 3 brackets all in one go, you've got to do 2 of them and then the third one, okay? So in the example in the book, they've multiplied the first 2, there's the answer, and then times everything in this first bracket by everything in the second bracket. They've done that by expanding out x squared times that bracket minus x times that bracket minus 12 times that bracket, but you could do x squared times x squared times 1, minus x times x, minus x times 1, minus 12 times x, minus 12 times 1. Show you working out, take it steady. Don't rush it, because if you just drop a little minus sign somewhere, it can mess up a whole question, and that can cost you in the marks. So that's everything you need to know for exercise 1.2.